Hello, everyone. This is our regular sound check if you can hear us well and whether we can start. Hello, good day, good evening. Welcome to our free course, Fundamentals of Blockchain. Thank you very much for your feedback from our regular sound check. Well, let's get started. Last Thursday, we started our course, Fundamentals of Blockchain. I do thank Ivan Tolkachev for holding the first session. Very useful information and if you haven't watched it yet, please do it because we will rely on the knowledge from this session. So the first seminar was supported by the Academy of Private Investor with the support of Everidge. So with the support of the Cryptounit blockchain. My name is Ivan Tolkachev. I am a crypto enthusiast, private investor, and today we will learn more about the Cryptounit blockchain, learn some interesting facts. We'll learn how to use Blockchain Explorer, which tokens are already listed on this blockchain. We will look at the ways to create a Cryptounit blockchain wallet. We will also learn about the terms and conditions for receiving some gifts. As last time, Ivan said that the participants of this training will get some gifts, and today I will detail how you can do it. Next slide, please. Well, what is blockchain Cryptounit? At our last session, there was a good example cited. And different blockchains were presented, Ethereum-based, Bitcoin-based, and he actually compared Bitcoin with a button telephone, Ethereum, more updated telephone, and EOS is the personal computer already. It shows that the technology evolves. It has its own generations, first, 3, and blockchain, Cryptounit blockchain is the fork based on EOS platform. And this Cryptounit blockchain has everything from its predecessor, EOS. First of all, this is the speed and the time for block generation is every half a second on average per hour. It is 7,200 blocks, and the block size up is up to 10,000 transactions. And if you compare it to the blockchain of the first generation, Bitcoin-based, today I looked it through. Bitcoin-based blockchain, one block is generated in 1 minute. So, and you can actually see the difference between the first and the third generation of blockchain technology, meaning that Cryptounit blockchain outcomes many times first generation Bitcoin-based blockchain. So the number of transactions per hour is about 10,000 transactions, whereas Cryptounit blockchain has up to 20,000 transactions per second. And at present, there are 4 types of tokens available on Cryptounit blockchain, and Cryptounit blockchain provides for a possibility to issue new tokens. The type of mining you remember from the first session. If you haven't seen it, please do it, as this or that way I will refer to the terms and concepts studied during our first session. So the type of mining is delegated proof of stake. You know that there are two of them, proof of work and proof of stake. Delegated proof of stake is an expanded one, which provides for additional opportunities for token holders. In particular, token holders may participate in voting for different functions on blockchain. For instance, vote for the one who will be a holder of node, or will vote for granting these powers to someone else. Cryptounit blockchain, since its predecessor EOS provides for smart contracts, and it supports smart contracts as well. And most importantly, there are no fees for transactions within Cryptounit blockchain. There is no fee charged. It's very important to remember. And now, let's have a look at Blockchain Explorer. Explorer means the explorer in English, and to get to this page of the Explorer, you should type in explorer.cryptounit.cc in the browser field. And as soon as you get to this window, you see the drop-down menu. In the left, this is language selection. And at present, the interface has been translated into 12 languages, and hopefully each of you will find the language you speak, and you can share this information with your friends, those people you know. Well, next page, please. Next slide. What else do we have? First of all, this is the menu. We have the information, the first page, the first section, information you get when you go to the Explorer. There is another section, accounts, blocks, transactions, where you may find detailed information about accounts, blocks, transactions on the blockchain. From the first session, you know that blockchain is an open system, public system, meaning that any person at any time may have a look at what accounts are available on blockchain, the blocks generated, and transactions carried out. These three sections, we will not detail them today, as they include technical information, whereas the next sections, wallet and create, we will study in more detail. Next slide, please. Well, the first section is information. What can you find there? In the left-hand corner, you see those tokens available on blockchain. Inside, in the middle, this is the details, the information about these tokens. By selecting any of them, you see the details of these tokens, the amount issued, and the number in circulation, and etc. And in the right-hand corner, you see the information about the recent blockchains. Quite technical data, I will not detail it, but I'd like to focus one thing, the number of blocks already generated. As of today, it is over 29 billion blocks, and it again confirms the speed of Cryptounit blockchain, and our blockchain was launched this March, and compared to Bitcoin-based blockchain of the first generation, as of today, it is over 694,500 blocks generated on Bitcoin blockchain since 2009. And you see the difference. And it is also considering for 29 billion of Bitcoins and Cryptounit blockchain, its capacity overloaded only to 5%. So therefore, the capacity is huge compared to blockchains of the first generation. If you scroll down this page, you will find the additional information, blockchain statistics, the key parameters of blockchain operation, including CPU, NAT, and RAM. These parameters, these indicators will be detailed further when we go to the section wallet, what you can find in the wallet and how it is operated. But here, please note, there is the percentage, 71% of RAM, meaning that on blockchain, there is 64 gigabits of memory, and 71% is full, is occupied. Then I will explain what it will influence. We have a top list of holders of tokens on Cryptounit blockchain. So this is the statistics you may find broken down by addresses. So the distribution of tokens by a holder. Next slide, please. We have 4 types of tokens available on our blockchain, and let us detail each of them. Next slide. The first one is WCRU. This is a digital share. This is the most juicy token, interesting one on blockchain. And this is a digital share, as I said, and this is a prototype of a common share security token. And in March 2020, we were approved by the Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States. And this token has the transparent financing and reporting scheme. It is backed by real assets and it generates or it earns dividends. Next slide, please. What does it mean that it is backed by real assets? Meaning that the WCRU token is backed by the global investment portfolio. The company invests in over 20 economic sectors, including real estate, transport technologies, culture, gold, financial, stock market, education, diamond production, and other sectors. Mutual funds. And at the top, you can see some of the brands that are partners of the global investment portfolio. And as of today, over about $100 million US is invested, and the capitalization is over 11 billion. Next slide, please. And the WCRU token is a dividend generating token. It provides 4 types of income to its holders. The first one is from staking, meaning that you may stake WCRU, and we remember that the peculiarity of mining algorithm is the staking capacity. So you can freeze the tokens and they generate the blockchain tokens. The second type of income is the loyalty program bonus. 5% of the total sales of WCRU tokens is distributed to the WCRU holders. This type of income will be available until October 2021, and it is still in effect. There is the profit bonus accrued to WCRUs. What does it mean? The company, the profits generated monthly by each of the company that is a part of the global investment portfolio, and these profits, total profits, the percentage of these total profits are paid proportionally to WCRU tokens in proportion to the number of tokens he has. And WCRUs are shares, and therefore the main type of income may be generated based on the increase in the price of WCRU, profit income. I remember it from the first session when Ivan presented the strategies of income. There was the strategy of holding, staking, dividend income, and this token is unique indeed, as it combines several opportunities, several strategies of income generation into one token, including passive income. You are to buy this token, stake it, and then it will already generate 3 types of income simply because you hold them. Please put me a plus if you believe that this is a unique solution. Honestly speaking, I've never heard of any other token that would generate or provide for so many types of income, and they are not all. So this list is not exhaustive. So there will be some additional information presented during our third session. Next slide, please. Which information can you find in on Blockchain Explorer? First of all, the WCRU supply and staking. And the maximum issue of this token will be 80 billions. As of today, there is 1/3 in circulation, 24.5 billion. And this is an interesting information to those who are not holders of this token yet, because 2/3 of these tokens are not sold, and everyone can become an owner of this token. We see that a part of these tokens in circulation are already staked, most of them, meaning that people understand that staking solution is a good way to generate income, and most people tend to stake them. According to the statistics, as you see, many people hold from 10 to 1,000 tokens. Next slide, please. And the second token is UNTB. So this is blockchain token or platform token, and we actually mine it after staking WCRUs. Every time when there is a new block generated on Cryptounit blockchain, there are the specific number of UNTB accrued for staking, and it is needed for our blockchain wallet to operate, and it is needed to create new cryptocurrencies, new tokens. So this is very valuable piece of information for those who would like to engage in the business related with blockchain technologies. As there is the possibility to use the ready-made technology, you simply need to be a holder of UNTB tokens for this. Next slide, plus. Which information can we see on the Explorer? So the maximum supply will be 8,123,000,000. And it will be supplied within the next decade. And as you see, there is 21% in circulation, and many people, by using the staking program, can still earn a lot of such tokens. A bit lower, you see UNTB emission, and per each block, there are 24 UNTBs generated, and every block is generated every half a second. 48 UNTBs a second generated. And in about less than 6 months, this issuance will decrease by 1/4. And this is a great period to mine your UNTBs. As you see below, the UNTB distribution by addresses. In every account, there are these tokens available, as this token is needed to support the operation of the wallets. Next slide, please. The next token is CRU token, or a utility token. It has a limited issuance, and it will be no longer generated or produced. It can be frozen or unfrozen, as you know. When it is unfrozen, it can mine UNTB, and it is liquid and can be traded at exchanged into other currencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, at Unitex exchange. And it's important that this token is convertible, meaning that it can be converted into World CRU one-to-one with a commission charged. And why is this important? Look, since the issue of Cryptounit is complete and no other crypto units will be generated, but many people tend to convert it into World CRU, meaning that the World CRU will be less and less available. And this token is used for the implementation of different functionalities. So therefore, the lesser we have it, the stronger it will be. And therefore, please pay attention to this token, as it is used to implement different projects. And look, the maximum supply is 10.5 billion, and they almost all of them are in circulation, but every month a part is released from this circulation, is cancelled from this circulation because they are converted into World CRU. And since this token was one of the first ones, and it was distributed for quite a long time, even before the blockchain started, as part of different promotions and gifts and bonuses of the company. So there are a lot of holders of this token, and the demand for it will increase. The fourth type of token is USDU, or a stable coin. So there is a question: why do we need CRU token? CRU token is needed for different projects implemented on blockchain and to support these different projects. But I will answer all your questions in the end. USDU is a stable coin. This is the coin which is equal to US dollars one-to-one and is backed by the appropriate amount of currency. It is used for all exchange transactions on the blockchain without any commission charged, and is used to pay out various types of income and bonuses. And this token could be exchanged into US dollar, and you may use it to buy other cryptocurrencies at the exchange, including Unitex exchange. Next slide, please. Well, which information can we learn about this token on the Explorer? The company plans to issue not more than 1 trillion tokens. If it is one-to-one backed by the US dollar, it means that in the account of the company, there should be 1 trillion US dollars after some time. Could you imagine a company with 1 trillion US dollars in its account? What is the capitalization of this company? As of today, over 6 million tokens are in circulation, and every month this number will increase as every month company pays out different bonuses, loyalty program bonuses to World CRU holders, token holders. I have only one question to everyone who would like to increase their capital. Which piece of this juicy pie would you like to have? Imagine a company with a capitalization of over 1 trillion US dollar. And which piece would you like to have out of this pie? Well, and those who are the holders of these tokens, what are the ways to create a Cryptounit blockchain wallet? There are 3 ways to do it. Look, and each of them has its own purpose or use. Next slide, please. The first one is to create a wallet via the CRU account, CRU back office. It is available to those who receive tokens, CRU tokens, as a gift, as a bonus before February 2021. In the back office, you will find a field, Cryptounit blockchain, with the address of the wallet, and there is the button. The key is not generated. Your tokens are already on blockchain in this address, but to get access, you are to generate a seed phrase. And for this, you press the button, generate the key phrase, and then you follow the guide to get access to your tokens on blockchain. And I believe it makes sense for those who haven't done it and who still has some tokens from that time to generate the seed phrase and get access. The second way is to create a wallet, and it is more suitable for new users, and it is most preferred and beneficial. Why? Almost the way is the same, but you use UGPay Group back office, and there you go to your portfolio. If you bought World CRU tokens, then you will find the same field with the address and the button, generate the key phrase, and you generate the key phrase, you generate the wallet, and in addition to the World CRUs you bought in your wallet, you will get 10 UNTBs that will ensure the operation of your wallet for some time. But it should be noted that the exclusive rights to sell World CRU tokens belong to UGPay Group company. And this is the only entry point to buy World CRU tokens. Next slide, please. And the third way is to create a wallet on Blockchain Explorer. This way is good for those with one wallet already generated, and he or she, sorry for my cracking voice, he would like to create an additional wallet. And you know, it is even recommended to have a second wallet because of one reason. As you know, blockchain is one of the characteristics of blockchain is its anonymity, but it is conditional. If you go to this section on blockchain accounts, you will see different accounts without knowing who they belong to. But if you want to transfer your tokens, you may share your address to this person, and then this person will already know that this address is yours. And therefore, it is recommended to have at least 2 wallets. One of them is investment one, where all your tokens are kept, whereas the second wallet is to be used for the transfers, for the exchange. It strengthens your anonymity. So when you exchange peer-to-peer, you provide your address. before that, you deposit it, you top it up with the tokens you would like to transfer. And you do not actually make public your address. And there is this 12-digit address. Well, the guides on how to create the wallets, you may find them from the video guides that are available, and they will be provided as an attachment to this course. But please mind that when you create a wallet, you must remember, copy, and make secure the address of your wallet, the seed phrase, this backup recovery phrase composed of 12 English words, and the private key. You need all this to get access to your wallet. You should never disclose it to anyone else, and you should never lose them, because in case you lose them, then you will never be able to get access to your wallet. Seed phrase could not be restored. Therefore, to make sure that it is secure, blockchain technology offers this to users. But how can you keep them secure? Take a picture, for instance, or print out the paper and hide it somewhere with some documents, personal documents, or you may keep it in the memory stick. You know, from the first session, there are different ways to store your wallets. You may use the cold wallet or even a memory stick. You may hide it somewhere. So this wallet address, a seed phrase, and a private key. So to have a standby device, so you'd better use several ways to keep it secure and safe, not to lose it. Next slide, please. After the wallet is created, you may go to it, and here you type in you insert your wallet address, your seed phrase or a private key, sign in, and then you are requested to type in your PIN code. This is a 6-digit PIN code. Why do you need it? So when you work with the wallet, every transaction you are going to carry out, you confirm it, you validate it with a PIN code. Why is it needed? For instance, you are working, but then you are distracted and the computer is open and someone by chance or intentionally tries to carry out a transaction. He won't be able to do it because you are the only one who knows this PIN code. This is an additional level of security. And after PIN is successfully set, you may proceed to the wallet. You click the button to log in into the wallet. Many people are confused with this page because this is another page or window to confirm your PIN code. Well, here you are referred, you are forwarded to blockchain wallet. And now let us have a look at the interface of our wallet. The first page is at the at the top in the left-hand corner, you see the address. So composed of 12 digits or characters, and you will indicate it if you want to make transfer peer-to-peer. So then at the top in the right-hand corner, there is the dashboard with some indicators. And at the bottom, there is there is the tool menu. So the first page is the portfolio of the wallet. Then there is a possibility to convert into World CRU. Our CRU tokens could be converted into World CRU. We have a function to send. We will look at it a bit later. There is another function, staking. We have the function loyalty bonus. So all the information about the bonuses accrued to your tokens. you can buy, sell RAM. Then the next one is to vote. We have the history of transactions, all these tools that are available and are already available on Cryptounit blockchain. And then below you get to the section portfolio, a list of all those tokens you hold. We see all the 4 tokens, the number of tokens available, the number of tokens staked, the number of tokens frozen. World CRU and CRU tokens could be either unfrozen or frozen, and World CRU token, its condition is, this is determined conditions set out by the SEC, and they are to be frozen for 1 year, and there is the information about the unstaking, but we will detail it a bit later. Well, here you see the dashboard. I think that there are a lot of people with driving license, and you all know how the dashboard of a car looks like. And for instance, there is a fuel indicator and speed indicator, and these parameters as RAM and NET are the indicators suggesting the amount of fuel in your wallet. So RAM is the memory in kilobits. The memory is needed for blockchain to keep data about your transactions. Let's compare it to a truck. You have a truck to transport some valuables. The more valuables you have, the higher capacity of your truck should be. And in case the capacity of your truck is not enough, you may not transport all your valuables with one go. And quite a similar, the same applies to RAM. If the memory on blockchain is not enough, then you won't be able to carry out your transactions. The next parameter is CPU. This is the speed of information or data processing. So there should be a processing time, and it is similar to the engine of your car. You have a truck with a lot of fuel tokens on it, but you cannot do it. Why? Because the capacity of engine is not enough, and therefore to carry out transactions, in particular when there are a lot of them, you need CPU. The third indicator is NET. This is the volume of data transfer. To carry out different operations, you are to exchange data with server, with nodes. And the higher your net is, the more information you may transfer and receive a second. So this is a prototype of a truck with a powerful engine, and you are on the road. And if it is a lane in the woods, then you will not actually drive your truck there. Therefore, the more lines your highway has, the more convenient it is for you to work. So what is the fuel of all these indicators? UNTB token. Next slide, please. To increase CPU and NET, you go to section staking at the top, and you select UNTB for NET and CPU. Next slide, please. And what will you see here? We may stake UNTB for CPU and NET. And like, I can compare it with renting. Look, a company has some computation capacity and we need it to work with your wallet. So you rent this capacity in the form of CPU and net from the company and use your UNTB as a collateral for this. And after working with your wallet and you don't need this amount of CPU on net, you can return back to the company your resources and the company will return back your UNTB in return. But here, look, don't be in a hurry when your when the blockchain requests some CPU and net for some transactions and you stake UNTB for them. Don't unstake, don't be in a hurry to unstake, because some operations to start smart contracts for unfreezing tokens or accrual of some bonuses. So these transactions are carried out with some frequency, once a month, or even frequently you may activate them. And if blockchain requested a specific amount of CPU for these transactions, and you get these resources from the company and stake your UNTB, then quite likely next time it will be required more. But if you unstake UNTB or even sell this UNTB, then next time you don't have the enough amount, and then you will have to buy them from the exchange or wait for them to be generated by staking. Therefore, don't be in a hurry to unstake it. If blockchain requires them, so stake as many as you can afford, and then you will never actually have the difficulties with the memory. And by the way, remember that unstaking time is 72 hours. When you unstake UNTB, you will not get this UNTB back to your balance, but they will be frozen for 72 hours. And accordingly, if in these 72 hours you need to carry out some heavy transactions, then your resource is frozen again. Well, let's move on. So how can you buy RAM, CPU and NAM, and CPU and NET can be bought through staking, whereas RAM is bought. And above, I gave you the focus on 64 gigabits of memory, and 71% of memory is already occupied. It means that the price of RAM depends on whether the overall memory is already used in full or in part. At the top, you see the current RAM price with the use of 71% of its memory. So the price of RAM is 0.4 UNTB per byte of RAM. Here you indicate the amount of memory you would like to buy. Then when you buy, below you see the indicator of how much memory is bought with the approximate price. You have the indicator of RAM in use, and you have an indicator of RAM available. So this is the difference between the one you bought and the one you use. If you have RAM in excess, so you have the price of available RAM in UNTB, and if you sell it, then your RAM in use reduces. But it's important not to sell the RAM in full. And like, you may not unstake UNTB for CPU and NET, because if you sell your RAM in full, your wallet will stop operation. You must understand that there should be always RAM available, memory available. Next slide, please. Where can you get UNTB? There are two ways to get UNTB. The first one is to buy them at Unitex Exchange. This is a traded liquid token, and it is continuously mined as blockchain operates, and it could be sold and bought at the exchange. Whereas the second way, most beneficial as I see it, is through mining. So there are two types of staking available. Staking of CRU for UNTB and staking of unfrozen CRU for UNTB. All these stakings will be described in the section of how to stake this or that token in our forthcoming sessions. And until March, there was another staking program, CRU for CRU. It is not available anymore. Those who benefited, my congratulations. That was an incredible opportunity. And next slide, please. The next function which is available is to transfer tokens. You indicate the address of the wallet, select the token you would like to transfer, indicate the address of the wallet to which you would like to make a transfer, and you write down a memo, for instance, gift or any other message, and press the button send. What is important to remember here? Once again, please note that the transactions and transfers inside Cryptounit blockchain are commission-free. They are fully free. And the second peculiarity is that these transfers are very fast and quick. Above, I already compared the technology of blockchain of the third generation, Cryptounit blockchain, and Bitcoin-based blockchain. And the transactions and transfers of transfers in Bitcoin network lasts or takes up half an hour or up to several hours, whereas on our blockchain, every block is generated every half a second, up to 10,000 transactions per each block, and meaning that the transfers are made almost instantly and at the same time with zero commission. And this is an incredible piece of news to remember and very useful for those who would like to run their business on Cryptounit blockchain. And I would like to sum up everything said above about Cryptounit blockchain. Well, first of all, it is the third generation blockchain with some prospects of the fourth generation. It is very quick and fast with zero commissions inside the blockchain, and there are 4 types of tokens available, and I'm sure that quite soon there will be much more, because this blockchain provides for the issue of new tokens, and this is of high use and relevance for businesses. So to run your business on Cryptounit blockchain is quite beneficial. There are different types of stakings and very interesting functions available when you work with your wallet, and you can get income simply by getting a wallet and some tokens in them, including World CRU, UNTB, and CRU tokens. Then I would like to remind you that at our last session, Ivan told you that you may get some gifts after taking this course, and therefore right now I would like to present to you the terms and conditions of getting these gifts. I would like to remind you that this training course is free, and we would like the information which we share is of use to everyone who will get it. To get these gifts, upon the completion of this course, you are to pass a test, answer the questions, and depending on the score you will get, if it is above 75%, you will get UNTBs as a gift to your wallet and discounts on our products. But to get access to the test, you are to take 5 steps. So step 0 is, first of all, to get all these 5 sessions, 5 webinars to be provided. Because to pass a test, you need knowledge, but you will get knowledge, become knowledgeable after watching these sessions. If you are not registered user, you are to register with UGPay Group. So you are to sign up with UGPay Group. How can you do it? First of all, contact the person who recommended you to watch this video, or the person on social media page, on whose social media page you saw this information. Thank him or her for valuable information and ask him or her to sign you up. And this person will help you sign up, will help you go through the process of verification. And step number 2, so as soon as the verification process is complete, so you need to double check if you are verified, if your back office, your account is verified. And it's important, as verification may take from 1 to 3 days. The next step is to top up your wallet with the amount of $10 to buy WCRU. I don't think that it is a very difficult step to take. In view of the value of WCRU token, this is a good opportunity. And in addition, in future, you may get some tokens as a gift for taking this course. And step number 4 is to create a crypto wallet on Cryptounit blockchain, actually where your gift, your bonus will be accrued. After taking these 4 steps, you will get access to a test and will be able to get this gift. So what are the bonuses, gifts provided by the company? First of all, the one to be the first to meet all the steps and pass a test with 100% performance, the company will award him or her with 10,000 UNTB. Give me 1 in the chat if you believe that it is a very good present, and give me 2 if you already started making sure that you are compliant with all the conditions. Yes, after learning this, I would be in a hurry to be compliant with all the conditions as well. And you know, I recall one story of buying a pizza with some thousands of Bitcoins. So, and actually the company was reluctant to accept it. So the person who paid some decades, some dozens of thousands of Bitcoin, but whereas here you may get 10,000 UNTBs by passing a test with 100% performance and to be the first. So if you meet the conditions and pass the test with 100%, then you receive 50 UNTBs. If you meet the conditions and pass the test with 90% performance, you get 35 UNTBs. If your performance will be 75%, you get 20 UNTBs. And everyone who passes the test by over 75%, you get a 20% discount on the products of the Academy of Private Investor. And I would like to remind you that this course is held through the support of the Academy of Private Investor. And until the 30th of September, you may use a promo code to buy the products of the Academy with a discount. And the most valuable gift is the knowledge you learn through this course. And no matter which gifts are offered after the completion of the course, as soon as you get the knowledge, you may already apply it and generate income. Well, I'm done with my today's session. And now let's have a Q&A session. Well, and please remember that this Thursday, there will be session number 3 of our course, Fundamentals of Blockchain. So there will be more detailed information about our Cryptounit blockchain. So at the webinar, you will learn about the benefits of tokens, their interrelationships, and the impact of these linkages on the tokens price. You will learn more about smart contracts, the principles of issue of new tokens, and others. So please make sure that you attend this session as well, so that you understand better all these things and you will be able to pass a test with high performance and get the gift. Well, now I'd like to answer some of the questions. Frozen CRUs could not be staked for UNTB, only unfrozen. Look, there are 2 tokens that could be either frozen or unfrozen. CRU token, if it is frozen, you cannot do anything. You may only convert it into World CRU token. If CRUs are unfrozen, you may stake them, you may trade at the exchange and participate in different projects. World CRU token, even if it is frozen, it may generate at least 2 types of income. You may stake it for UNTB, and it will generate liquid UNTB token with the generation of each block, and at the same time, it could generate loyalty program bonus and profit bonus. Hopefully this question is asked. The closed key, look, the closed key was not generated for those generating. So the seed phrase was generated and the wallet address was provided. Whereas now, when you create your wallet, this closed key is generated, and I believe I will take note of it, and it will be answered in session 4. And this week, there will be some changes to Cryptounit Explorer, and there will be more detailed information provided during session 4, where to go and where to look. Where can I see if I need RAM? At the dashboard at the top, you may see RAM, CPU, and NAT. So never allow this circle to be colored with a color in full. Can I please ask our host to take us back to that slide? At the top on the dashboard, you must make sure that your RAM is not colored in red. Via slash, you have memory available, the full memory, and slash memory in use. So never allow this indicator to be in full, so monitor it. My CPU in the circle is 0 and next to it 0, 0. So this is the question of Khalid. So slash is the number of seconds of processing time, and 0 means that as of today, no transactions are in process and CPU is not used. Look, there are two figures. The first one and slash, the first figure shows the memory used as of today at present, so the amount of CPU used, and that, and slash the memory available. So thank you very much for this picture. Once again, RAM, in this example, we use 4.24 kilobits, slash we bought 53.11. CPU, as of today, we have 0.01 seconds used of processing time, with altogether available 135.26 seconds. So it means that CPU is not loaded. And in this wallet, there are no transactions, and therefore, all this processing time is idle. And in this case, you may sell, not sell, but stake a part of UNTB from this CPU. But I would recommend you, if at least once you faced some operations on blockchain and there is an error that CPU is not enough, you'd better not reduce it, keep it here. So this is simply the UNTB. But if you reduce UNTB, so withdraw it and then sell it, and one day this may not be enough, and it may happen that you may not buy it. So therefore, don't be in a rush to withdraw it from staking, to unstake it. You'd better have some reserve, a buffer of processing time. Hopefully, Khalid, we managed to answer your question. Once again, the first figure is the memory used, slash the second figure, so the memory already bought, available to you. There is a question, two questions from the Arabic chat. The first one is whether there will be a test in the Arabic language. And yes, in the Arabic language. The dates of the transactions, sorry, of the test. So the test will be in all our languages. Why? Because test, first of all, is designed in one language, but then it will be translated into all the languages. So the test will be available in all the languages. And now I will give you the exact dates. Our tests will last from the 22nd to the 24th of August. The next session is on the 12th of August, 17 and 19. Another 3 sessions, and starting from the 22 to the 24th of August, there will be the test time. So within this period, you are to pass all the tests. There is a question from the Italian chat. Where can we find this test? All the links will be provided. So you will get a link to the test in our next sessions, forthcoming sessions. We will keep you informed where this link can be found. Quite likely they will be in the news and in the chats. So everywhere it will be available. You can find it there on these dates, from the 22nd to the 24th. There is a question from the Spanish chat. Do we have to change PIN code every time, as in some account they ask to do so? And what is the level of security? Look, PIN code, you may every time set a different PIN code, and it is needed to confirm your transaction. And it is valid during one session of your work with the wallet. And until you log out, you confirm your transaction with this PIN code. If you log out, then this PIN code is deleted, and next time you log into your wallet, you may create a new PIN code. And it depends on you. If you have this PIN code in your mind, in your head, if you remember it during your working session with the wallet, and you need it just in case you leave your computer unattended for some time, then even children, you know, they are quite smart today. They may see on the mobile phone your password and remember it, but you keep it unattended, and for your kid not to click some buttons by accident or intentionally. So this is the reason you need this PIN code. So within your session in your wallet, you may use either the same PIN code or a different one. Hopefully, Harish, we answered this question as well. Well, the next question is, there is the dashboard. Do you have any recommendation until which figure we can reach? So you say that the circle should not be covered in full until it gets red. What is the advisable, the preferred amount? It depends on many things. Look, the first thing it depends on is how frequently you use the wallet and how many transactions you have. If there are few transactions, then your memory will be spent very slowly, will be consumed very slowly. In my example, there is 4-point-something kilobits from the point of blockchain launch March until today. So on average, there are very few transactions on this wallet, and accordingly, the memory is consumed slowly. But the more transactions you have, the more memory will be consumed. And in terms of the memory, you must look to make sure that it does not get red. If you have UNTB, at any moment, you may fill it up, you may increase it, but you are to monitor the availability of UNTB. If you mine UNTB, so never be in a rush to sell your UNTB's mined. And in terms of CPU and net, I will not give you the exact figures. It will depend. There is such a thing as smart contract, and on blockchain, this freezing, unfreezing of tokens, they are linked to smart contracts. Some partners may have quite few smart contracts, where some people may have hundreds of them. So many times he bought different tokens, WCRU tokens, and every time when a partner buys WCRU tokens and they are recorded on blockchain, there is a smart contract on blockchain for unfreezing. And when you press the button check unfreezing, all these smart contracts are carried out, and it requires time and CPU. My example, I had over about 17 smart contracts, and there was an error that memory is not enough. And it took me from 10 to 20 UNTBs multiplied by my number of smart contracts, about 200 UNTBs, 10, 20 UNTBs per one smart contract. You may estimate and deposit this amount and check if this number is enough or not. Instead of CPU and net. So when you try to carry out a lot of transactions, they are heavy. And you see an error notification, you don't know how much to deposit, this is a problem. Therefore, for you, roughly to estimate 10, 20 UNTBs needed per one smart contract. Any other questions? There is another one. When will we have a wallet as a treasure for us to keep our tokens there? I got it. This is not a question to me. And I will report it to the technical department. So I cannot answer this question for the time being, as I'm not aware of this. But I will refer it to the persons who know it. So this information will be provided as there is the demand. And you also mentioned 2 crypto wallets. It means that one partner may have even more than 2 wallets. Yes, and you know, we even suggest that you have at least 2 wallets with the purpose of additional anonymity. So one wallet is where all your tokens, CRU, World CRU, UNTB tokens are kept, and the bonuses are accrued to that wallet. And the second wallet is used to make transfers with other wallets, other peers. It's simple, because when you make a transfer, you may not know quite well this person, and after getting your address, he may go to your address, and on the blockchain, he will find you. And therefore, blockchain is called anonymous, but conditionally anonymous, but until you provide this address to someone else. And this is the reason to use this second wallet as a buffer. So this is your additional safety or insurance. So at least to have 2 wallets. It means the more transactions you have, the more UNTB you have to deposit to CPU and net. Yes, Fitui, it's right. So the more transactions you have, the more UNTBs you need. And UNTB is used to operate your wallets. And the more you work with your wallet, the more UNTB you need to operate it. But again, it does not mean that you simply need, for instance, today you worked the whole day in your wallet and you need a lot of UNTB. So memory is not consumed very quickly because the database does not consume a lot of memory, but still you must monitor all this, how much you have available. So the number of UNTB, you don't need a lot at once, but sometime after they are mined, try not to sell them out, but have something as a reserve. How to know how much CRU is available yet? You go to the section portfolio. There you will find all the 4 tokens, and screenshots are in English. And there you will find, if possible, hosts, could you please take us back to the slide so that I show it? Look, there is the line available, frozen, the total amount, and this amount total available is the CRU you have available. There was a question, where does the 5% show up? This 5% is not shown up. This is the loyalty program bonus. UGPay Group, which is an exclusive distributor or seller of World CRU tokens, it sells tokens to say the sales a month are as high, and these revenues, 5% of these revenues from the sale, they are distributed in proportion among all the World CRU token holders. But this 5%, you will not find it anywhere on a blockchain. But they are on blockchain as World CRU token. So there is another slide. Look, we have World CRU or CRU, and the upline supply, then the number of staked, the number of unfrozen, and etc. So total World CRU, USDU, UNTB, all these parameters you can find there. So this is a portfolio which includes all your assets you have in your wallet. There is a video guide on how to create the second wallet. They will be provided a bit later. Maybe they will be attached to session number 4, if possible. I took note of your request, and in session 4, there will be the visualization with the specific examples on how to operate on blockchain, on Cryptounit blockchain, and how to create the wallet. So maybe we will explain it as well. So this is the entire process, and I cannot show it. Yes, the video guide, it will be available a bit later. Any other questions? There is a question. When you sell RAM, do you get any commission for selling RAM? There is no commission charged, but the price of RAM changes. There is the overall memory, and this memory, you may buy it by using UNTB. The more memory you have bought, the more expensive it gets. For instance, if for 1000 UNTB right now, with 70% of blockchain memory used, we buy the memory with 1000 UNTB, and after 1 week is over, there is, for instance, 72% is in use, and we will try to sell the RAM bought before, then we will sell it at the price available now, at a more expensive price. And the overall number of memory used is higher, the price is higher, and you will sell it with some difference, not at 1000, but 1050. But in case the number of memory in use will reduce over 1 week, and we spent 1000 to increase our memory, but 1 week after the memory in use reduced, then the price will get cheaper. And every bit of memory will be cheaper. And if we sell our memory, we will get less UNTB. And don't forget, don't be in a rush to sell and buy. You'd better buy this memory now when it is used less. Because the more it is used, the more expensive it will be. And therefore, you'd better use UNTB's mind to buy memory. But don't try, for instance, you buy 1 kilobit and you try to work with the highest capacity, to the highest capacity. You'd better buy something as a buffer, as a reserve, because it may get more expensive. Hopefully I managed to answer this question. There is no commission for your buying or selling RAM, so there is only the difference in the price that may vary. Where can I access the recording of the first webinar, please? So you may get it in the information chats of the company, Telegram chat, for instance, on YouTube. I'm not sure where it was posted, on which channel, either the YouTube channel of the Academy of Private Investor. Could you please tell me who the one who's responsible for the recording? I saw this recording in the chats, but I did not see it on the official resources. So which channels it is available? So someone writes down that it is in the back office in the section use. You may find it there. There is another question. The gifts that you mentioned, will they be available to newcomers or not available to newcomers? They will be available to everyone. So you are to be compliant with all the steps. If you are already registered and verified, meaning that some of the steps are already complete. So if you are registered and verified, the first and the second steps are done. You are to carry out step 3 and step 4 to top up with $10. And there is another question. If before I bought World CRU for 100, do I need to buy extra? Yes, you may buy as many World CRUs you want. This is your asset. And for another 100, so during this course, you must invest something extra so that this step number 3 is complete. What is vote power? Look, it happens. Today, we looked at Cryptounit blockchain, and it used delegated proof of stake algorithm. I mentioned this, that token holders may participate in voting. But as far as I understand, this function is not fully functional yet. So therefore, it will be improved in future. And by the way, maybe with the new update, it will be available. I will not provide you with the inaccurate information. So there will be a possibility to vote. And at the next session, you will learn that the dividends profit bonus, which is accrued, and the percentage of the dividends will depend on the voting. We are waiting for this function. It will depend on the number of UNTB or other tokens you have available to you. So you are to top up at least $10 in UGPay back office. If you are already there, so this is UGPay Group. This is the UGPay company, the UGPay Group that sells World CRU tokens. For you to be able to participate in this draw of gifts, you invest. So you buy World CRU token with at least $10 in UGPay Group back office. What can we do to the tokens, UNTB tokens, bought at the exchange? You may trade in them and following the trading strategy, buy low, sell high. or you may withdraw them to your wallet, for instance, if you need to increase the resource, the capacity of your wallet, or simply keep them in your wallet. So trade or transfer them to your wallet. There are another two questions. The first one is whether the platform will be translated into the Arabic language and the wallet itself, and whether there will be a link to the exam. Please let me know if my sound is okay. The wallet in the Arabic. I believe the company plans to translate into many languages. But as part of this course, we may not manage to do it, but we will see. But the company plans to make translations into many languages. Test will be available at least in the 15 languages that are available now. So into the languages into which we have the translations now. Please let me know if you can hear me quite well, because there was a complaint that my sound is bad. The one who created a wallet and has no closed key. So I haven't seen this closed key, but as far as I know, I showed you a screenshot. When you enter the wallet, there is the seed phrase. And as far as I know, you are to enter with your private key. And therefore, those who didn't get it before, you will get it quite soon. And I believe this private key is available in the database. It is already generated for us. And the functionality is not complete. So we simply, if you haven't got this private key, then use the seed phrase. Look, Cora, this PIN code, you need it when you are already in the wallet. You are working with your wallet. You log into your wallet. And during this time, you make a PIN code to confirm your transactions. You log in, and with the seed phrase, you confirm your identity, and then you set a PIN code for this working session. And then with the same PIN code, you confirm each transaction. And in case your computer with the working station is left unattended for some time, no one can confirm a transaction without this PIN code. And every time when you log in again, you may create an additional, a new PIN code, and this is an additional level of security. You may use the same PIN code every time you log in, but if you have if you are suspicious that someone may know your figures, for instance, there is a kid nearby, they may notice the figures you indicate. And then if you leave the computer for some time, he may do it. I will give you an example. My cousin So a kid of my cousin simply cracked the computer by recalling, by memorizing the PIN code. And therefore, every time when you have a new session already in your wallet, you may set a new PIN code or use the same one as you wish. Do we need to create a new wallet if we don't have a closed key? Look, to create a new wallet to get a closed key, it's not the purpose. The new wallet is to be created simply to have a new tool, an additional buffer for keeping confidentiality. This is the reason. And you will get a closed key. And again, those who created wallets before and didn't receive a private key, it's not a problem. You may use your seed phrase to log in your wallet. But afterwards, with new update of the Explorer, everyone will get a private key. 72% RAM, but what will happen if it is 100% on blockchain? It will not be 100% because otherwise blockchain will operate very slowly and the company, the technical department will never allow this happen. When the capacity of RAM reaches closer to 90%, additional memory on blockchain will be added. It will not be 64, but it will be 100% more. Not 100%, but 128. The company will decide. So it will never be overloaded. Can we have a 24/7 live chat option on blockchain account? In the wallet, as far as I know, no, we don't have 24/7 live chat option. Look, you work in your wallet. And if you allow someone log in your wallet, it is not desirable. There are some video guides of how to operate with your wallet. You may follow them. And there will be the video guides or text guides for you. So therefore, this live chat is again a threat to the security if you allow someone to log in your wallet to navigate you through. And these questions are addressed at such technical webinars like we have today, answers and questions. So there is a request to change the terms and conditions for this draw, 10,000. We'd better stimulate the first 10 participants. Well, look, it's not my mandate, maybe for the future. In this case, these are the terms and conditions to be met. The last question we will take is about query on blockchain wallet. Who do we contact? Well, first of all, you may contact the person who recommended you to work on blockchain. Quite likely, this person is good at the functions, and never allow this person to log in your wallet. You may ask some questions. Then there are all the guides and instructions you may find on our official YouTube channels. And we will add additional video guides. And another solution is to visit technical webinars on blockchain. Before, they were every second Thursday. And this month, we have this free training course, which acts as the help desk to some extent. And first of all, contact the person, your upline, who recommended you to register in the company on blockchain, and or he will delegate this question to the support team of the company. This month, there will be a lot of new information as the Explorer will be updated. So therefore, don't miss all these webinars we have, because with every other webinar, you will have and learn more and more about our Cryptounit blockchain. Well, if there are some other questions, or additions, so maybe I missed something. Well, I believe we are done with all your questions. There is one more question from the Vietnamese room. Yes, please. Is UNTB equal to Ethereum and EOS? And why do we need CRU? What is the role of CRU? And how to register a wallet? UNTB, once again, is a blockchain token which is generated, which is based on block generation. Ethereum is also a blockchain token, but of a different blockchain. And, you know, they are both blockchain tokens, but they may carry out some additional functions depending on the blockchain they are used on. By type, they are quite similar, but they may have different functions depending on the blockchain they are used on. And CRU is a utility token which can be used for the implementation of different projects. And in our forthcoming sessions, you will learn more about it. And the third question is how to register, how to create a wallet. There are 3 ways to create on blockchain and via UGPay Group back office. So the video guide will be available on the YouTube channel, official YouTube channels. There was an error when I tried to create my wallet, and now the seed phrase is generated by, due to unknown reason, I cannot log in my wallet. As far as I understand, this is from Ivan. So as far as I remember from the technical webinars, these issues could be resolved, and you'd better delegate this issue to the developers and address it through their support. Again, contact your upline. I may not tell you who you must go to, and I will take note of this question so that in our forthcoming sessions, it is addressed accordingly. So what my concern or my question is whether it was an error during your attempt to create the wallet, or you may not log in your wallet because you didn't copy the seed phrase. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. Not to confuse you even further, as you need to marinate this information. Thank you very much for your attention, for your time. Hopefully it was valuable to you. I wish you all a good evening, and bye-bye. We'll see you soon.